Wow. Wow. So, haven't talked in a long time. So, what happened was after my last video, I think it was my day that I was getting my trainer. That was September 14th, which today is exactly 3 weeks ago. So, I'll tell you what happened since then, in a nutshell. So I got with the trainer. I went back to the terminal, sat there, waited. My trainer called me, said I'll be there a couple hours, whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. So I wait there. I'm hanging out, talking to some people, whatever. Boom, he comes in. He calls me again, says I'm here. I was like, all right, cool. I drag all my stuff over there, and I meet Aaron. Aaron's my trainer. From the start, super, super, super nice guy. Very accommodating. Bent over backwards for me. Helped me out. Just all around great guy. We got a couple little tiffs here and there, but you know, that's just what's going to happen. You're confined in a truck with somebody for weeks. But anyway, long story short. So I get on the truck. He helps me put my stuff in the truck. Then he goes, all right, I'm going to go get a new bed because the other bed is really small. It's like a really thin padding. So boom, the first thing we do, we go to the mechanic, we get a new bed, nice big cushy bed. I'm like, all right, that's probably his. You know, I didn't know what the deal was. Then he goes, all right, well now we're going to go in and just chill out in the driver's lounge until we get a load. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So we go in there, hanging out for a while. He's doing laundry, whatever. And it kind of took long, but whatever. By 9 o'clock at night, he picked me up about 4:30. By 9 something, we had a load. We go outside, and he's like, here you go. I'm like, what? Boom, immediately get on the road. I get in. And the only problem I had with that is because I was up all day already, and he wanted me to drive. Let me see what my first day's mileage was. My first night mileage was 118 miles, so it wasn't anything bad. But the fact of the matter was, it was 9 o'clock at night. I slept. I was up all day. You know what I mean? And so it was tough to do that. But whatever, I did it. We ended up stopping. You know, so long ago, I really don't remember. We'd done so much. So I think we slept at a truck stop somewhere. I mean, I'm almost certain that we did. Anyway, so I was like, wow, you know, first night, already sleeping in a truck, you know, it's kind of weird, but he gives me the bottom bunk. I'm like, wow, that's cool. You know, the bottom bunk is huge. It's like a twin-sized bed. It's huge. I had plenty of room, stretch out, plenty of room to put all my stuff. My laptop bag, my one bag that had all my clothes in it, and then the other bag had all my toiletries, all kinds of other stuff that my wife made me pack. He gave me 2 shelves. So those are my 2 little shelves. Boom, boom. I had my shelves, had all my stuff in there, my laundry bag, my shower bag, my water, my flashlight, my umbrella, I mean, everything was in these 2 little shelves. And then the boots that I had in my other bag just right underneath the bed. So boom, it was perfect. I mean, I had all the room I needed. Bed was huge. I was a little nervous about being able to sleep on the truck, but I did bring some all-natural sleep aids. They're called Alteral, and they're made out of all-natural stuff, so it's nothing like too harsh or whatever. I took one of them the first like 2-3 nights, but you know what? Once that was done, I didn't need it because you're so exhausted from working 24/7 that you don't need sleeping aids anymore because you're pretty much exhausted every day. You're working 24/7. If you got hours, you got a load, you're going basically. So anyway, that was the first night. Second night did 300-something miles, and then progressively, you know, between 200 and 500 miles every day after that. Slept in truck stops most of the time. Sometimes slept at a Walmart in the parking lot. One night was at a Home Depot because we had a delivery the next morning. Normally what happened is I drove nights most of the time. He drove during the day, or we didn't get the load until later on, so I started driving, and then it turned nighttime, and then I would drive until I couldn't drive anymore, or we got to the load, or you know, I was almost out of hours, and then I would go to sleep, and he would either go to sleep too, or he would drive. So you know, it worked out perfectly. First week I got tons of miles. Second week I got tons of miles, and then this last 3rd week they kind of shorted us on the miles, so it was kind of upsetting because I needed to get 8,500 miles in 4 weeks. So I'm like, okay, it's Friday. I've been on the truck 3 weeks. I got one more week left, and I still need 2,000 miles. I only have 6,500 miles. Anyway, so it was kind of tough fighting for miles. They didn't bring us up north nearly enough. I mean, that's where I'm going to be working. So I think, I personally think they should have had us running runs up north: Pennsylvania, Ohio, Virginia, Maine, Maryland, Jersey, New York, Connecticut, everywhere up there. We could have been running that. We have customers up there. But they kept us, for some reason, they kept us down here. Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Kentucky. And then we did make it up last weekend to Ohio. We were in Indiana, so they let us go to Ohio and then into Pennsylvania. We were in Allentown. My wife came out, visited me. It was great. Slept in a hotel that night. Took like 3 showers. No, I think I took 2. But, it was great. It's tough getting back on the truck after seeing your family since I didn't see her for 3 weeks already. Because the orientation and 2 weeks on the truck. But anyway, so it's tough getting back on the truck. Anyway, this week the miles were really short, man. They really shorted us. They gave us crappy runs, short miles. So we were kind of upset because we knew that it was crunch time. I had a week left. I needed over 2,000 miles, and it was like, what's the deal, So anyway, I wake up today. He's driving already because I drove all last night, and then he drove in the morning. We slept, and then he drove in the morning. I get up. I'm like, oh, what's up? We got a load. He's like, yeah. He goes, got something else for you. I'm like, what? He's like, you're testing out today. I was like, what? Testing out today? I was like, all right, that's cool. I'm ready. That's cool. I test out. I pass. I get my own truck. I'm home, So they coordinate, and then they find out that actually I wasn't testing out today because we wouldn't get back to Nashville in time because we were down in Mississippi. So we weren't able to get from Mississippi to Tennessee to Nashville before. We could have got there by 4 p.m. maybe. But, they were like, we're not going to test you out when everybody leaves at 5, So he said, why don't you just put them up in a hotel and then test them out Monday. So here I am. It's Friday night. It's October 5th. I just got off the truck. I'm freaking exhausted. I mean, I've never been this exhausted in my life, really. Seriously. I feel like I have a tractor trailer on my back right now is how I feel. I'm very tired. I'm very, because when you're winding down after running, because, on the truck, you're just running. You could sleep, you get up, you drive, you run around the truck stop, you're doing this, doing that, laundry, showers, blah, 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 blah. But once it all comes winding down to a halt, it's like, boom, done. So I'm kind of tired. I'm still up. I'm going through all my stuff. I got to organize it a little better so that I could carry it on Monday morning. But anyway, so I just have to say that it was a pretty good experience. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, 2 guys in a truck. It seems like it'll be tight or whatever. But I mean, we basically got out of each other's way. We weren't in each other's way. It was very helpful that we had an APU unit because we were able to run the AC every night without having the truck running. Because I know in Northeast they don't like you to idle, but tough. If I get a truck without an APU, I'm idling. I'm sorry. Anyway, especially in the summer months, I'm not gonna fry just because I can't idle, and I'm not leaving the windows open so someone comes and robs my ass, or my butt. Sorry. Anyway, so anyway, it wasn't that as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It did get very tense a lot of times because it's tough to just drive, and then you're like constantly on the truck. The only little breaks you do get are at the truck stops, and they're not the most desirable places, but they're not that bad. I mean, the showers were fine. There was only one place that the shower wasn't that great, and I think that was a TA or something. I kind of don't remember, but the Flying J's are beautiful. The pilots are great. Only one pilot that was kind of old 70s kind of style, but whatever. The shower's fine. The shower at the terminal, I mean, I wear shoes in the shower, every shower I go to in the truck stops, just because I want to, and I would suggest anybody do that. But the shower in the terminal in Nashville, I wish I could have put like saran wrap on the walls or something, because it was very, I didn't even want to touch the walls, but whatever. I mean, shower's still a shower, as long as you stay away from the walls and, you know, whatever. Anyway, so they said I'm testing out Monday, so I'm excited. I know I'm going to do fine. I drive the truck perfectly fine. I shift gears perfectly fine. I downshift fine. Turns, I do them fine. I wait for traffic to move and then I go, whatever. I'm not hitting any curbs or anything like that. I'm getting the trailer around so that I don't do anything, stupid. Backing up, it was a little rough in the beginning, but Aaron is a great instructor, and he gets a little, excited, but that's just him. It's not that he's getting mad or chastising me, which I thought it was in the beginning, and that we kind of butted heads on that. But he told me, he's like, listen, dude, I'm not chastising you, man. This is just how I talk, when I'm trying to teach. And I'm like, okay, fine. So we kind of squashed that early. Anyway, he taught me how to back up, and, and like, he's been doing this 9 years. He said, hey, I'm not perfect at it, so I don't expect you to be either. And I'm like, yeah, I want to be, but I'm not going to be. So don't try to be perfect. I mean, you're never going to get perfect. Yeah, you got to get in some tight spots sometimes, but if you just take your time, be safe, get out, look, because the last thing you want to do is hit something. Because if you hit something, then, it goes on your record and you're screwed. Other jobs are going to be like, oh, you hit something, So I'd rather I would rather hold up traffic in the yard and take my time and get out, look, and do all of that and be sure, rather than hit something and end up having to fill out an accident report and go on my DAC and everything, and it's a whole nother nightmare. But anyway, I said I was going to give you a short version. This is the long version anyway, but just to let you know that Star, I'm going to get my truck on Monday, so you'll get a whole video about that, my truck. Hopefully I pass the test to test out. I think I will. And just letting you know that it was very tough, but it was also not as tough as I thought it would be. The toughest part of the whole thing was being away from my wife for 4 weeks, and I'm still another couple days away. When I get a truck on Monday, I'll probably get a load going up there somewhere. I'll bring the load, and then I'll tell my dispatch, I'm going to say, listen, man, after this load, I want to go home, and I'm going to spend a week at home, because I've been away from my wife for 4 weeks now. I want to hang out with her for a week, so I think that should be able to be done. And then I'll work however long you want me to work after that, as long as I'm home every weekend. That's it. I'll run 2,500 miles a week. I'll run 2,000 miles. 2,000 to 2,500, I think, will be fine for me. Actually, you know what? 1,500 to 2,500 is fine for me. I don't need to do any less than 1,500. I don't need to do any more than 2,500. And I want to be home on the weekends. So I think that's not too much to ask. That'll be a pretty decent paycheck once my my final rate kicks in. So I think I'll be fine. So that's my story. I might do a more detailed one. I don't know. I don't think there's a need to, but maybe I will. I don't know. But right now I'm really tired. I just got to the hotel. Hallelujah. I'm going to take like 14 showers just to catch up. No, I'm just kidding. We took a shower every other day. A couple days there we took a shower every day. So there was 3 days in a row I took a shower, which I was like, whoa, But most of the time it's every other day. And it could be like the morning of Monday and then the evening the morning of Monday, the morning of Wednesday, or it could be afternoon Monday, late Wednesday, so it was every other day. It wasn't, too much to handle. So anyway, so hopefully this is informative, but so far so good with Star. Orientation was a little, weird in the beginning. Once I got on the truck, I got a great trainer, so I mean, I'm lucky that I got this guy, Aaron. His name is Aaron Mercado. He's a really good trainer for Star. So I'm lucky I got him. And hopefully Monday I'll make another video and have me in my truck. And maybe some on the road while I'm going home. I mean, I know it's dangerous, so I might not do it, but we'll see. All right. Peace.